you know, do what you can and do your best in whatever you do. You will never go wrong if you put your best in whatever you do. Ako yun lang yun.
Hello 2022! Hello Jamily! JAMTalks is back again and we hope you enjoyed our last episode.
Hey Jamily, how are you all? By the way, thank you to everyone who answered our survey and gave their honest feedback. We would like to introduce ourselves again. I am Rose Lope.
And I am Catrice Sachonova. I'm sure everyone is getting excited, diba Rose? So let's get started. But wait, I'll be introducing our special MC first, Jams Olo. Welcome back to Jam Talks again, Miss Vivian Lope.
Hello everyone, I am Jams Olo, Vivian Lope, and I'm so excited to join all of you today. By the way, we all have something special for you.
Tama ka dyan, Vivian. Get a chance to win 50 pesos via GCASH just by sharing your reflections or anything that you have learned for this episode. All you have to do is comment down below what you learned from this podcast, and we will handpick one winner and reveal them on our next episode.
By the way, the winner from the last episode is none other than
Ano kaya?
Sophia Balleras. Her answer was very detailed. Mukhang pinanood niyo talaga.
Congrats,
Ah.
Pia!
Congrats! For this month, we will be doing a women leadership episode because we have to appreciate all our hardworking fellow women, and as Colasas, we must use our voices to advocate for women empowerment.
Tama. We must also discuss some issues like why do men always feel threatened by women? Women like VP Lenny, diba guys? Charot! Kaya wag na natin siya paantayin. Let us all welcome St. Scholastica's Women's Studies Professor, Ms. Rebecca Marquez.
Hi, hello.
Welcome.
It's
Welcome.
good to be here with you.
Welcome to Jam Talks, Miss Becky. I hope you are doing well. How are you po?
I'm fine. How about you?
Ay lang po.
Okay lang. It's good you have something like this. It's good you have something, this kind. It's a podcast, right?
Yes.
po.
It's good you have something like this. It's very timely. At the same time, this is the mode of communicating now.
Thank you so much po for accepting our invitation and for helping us use our platform to empower women. We
Yes,
believe
okay.
that even if it is not Women's Month, we can still celebrate women.
Yes, that should be celebrated not just during Women's Month, but forever, the whole
Every day.
year, every
Yes
day.
po.
Yes.
So, ayun, first question is, actually, di natin napapansin, but women are always rising to the top because women can do more than what men expect them to do. And sometimes they feel scared since it will hurt their ego or their pride. So, first of all, since we are going to tackle women leadership, what are the qualities of women leaders?
I think there are a lot of things that should be learned from women. And it's not really highlighting just women, but highlighting the different characteristics, the different ways of women that really would lead to better leadership. And I think everyone can learn from it. Both men, women can learn from the kind of leadership or the ways women do things. So even in your house, look at it. When your mother would tell you, okay, you do this, the different members of the family are given tasks, which now makes the work in the house easier. Do you follow? So put it in a bigger context, in a government, in a company, when tasks are divided with different people, focusing on the gifts of everyone, then you are already redistributing the responsibilities. It becomes a collaborative work by everyone. And the responsibility is distributed to everyone. Okay?
Yes.
What else? Women are very interpersonal. You know each person you are working with. You know the tasks of each person. You know what one is capable of. So you tapped on the potential of each. Do you follow? Gamitin yung bawat isa. Don't don't dictate. Because that is something that is difficult to accept. It's quite difficult when people demand or dictate from you. Well, if you are inspired because someone is telling you, oh, this is what you're supposed to do, etc. Maybe on a bigger scale, it's quite difficult because there are just too many people. But still, if you see the kind of leadership that one deals with, that you can see the rapport, the very interpersonal arrangement that you have, you are inspired to do your work. It's not just work now. It's something that you feel you are proud of. You are part of doing something. At the same time, you should also value contributions. Be it small, there's no big or small contributions in a particular endeavor. Lahat yan may saysay. Lahat yan may halaga. That's why even yung telling each one, oh, ang galing ng ginawa mo, ang ganda nung yung ganon. In your organization, that's what we have been trying to encourage in women's organizations, especially in St. Scholastica. And that's very important because yun nga, ito na yung stepping stone mo for something bigger, to improve on other things. At the same time, foster a very friendly environment wherein you make each one part of the community, part of the project. You inspire everyone and feel that they are part of it. The personal objective of one now becomes a community objective. It becomes a community endeavor. Women's leadership is, you might say, oh, nagsimula yan sa bahay, but the qualities, the characteristics can be done on a bigger scale. Yung ganong tipo.
Actually, Miss, that's true. Something that I would share is before I joined an NGO. Tapos yung mga pinapagawa sa akin doon is just move plants, magdikit ng mga stickers sa mga wall, ganyan. Tapos lagi ko naiisip na bakit parang laging small yung task, parang hindi ganun kalaki yung task. Na baka wala akong contribute, ganito lang yung contribute ko. But at the end, I realized na yung small action na yun, hanggang ngayon, nandun pa rin yung linagay ko na stickers. Parang something na, parang nabe-benefit pa rin siya. So, yun.
Yes. Diba?
Ito naman po, I think some people are still curious about how we can help empower women, especially there are many male-dominated industries. Madaling sabihin na, let's empower women.
Yes,
but the question is how. So, ito, Miss, how can we help empower women, especially those who are working in a male-dominated industry?
Again, this is not easy to do. You just can say, hey, change. Yung ganon. Hey, don't be like this. It's not that easy. Number one, because we grew up with it. We were raised with the stereotypes that women are weak, women are emotional, etc., that women can't handle big things or things like that. Women can't handle stress. Yung pagtingin na hindi kaya is something that we will have to remove. But it's not easy because it's deeply entrenched. That's why we have to work slowly. Maybe if we can work fast, then better. So number one, if there's an opportunity for leadership, grab it. Oh, kaya ko, sige, or tulungan niyo ako, yung ganyan tipo, sige, kayanin natin, etc. Yung ganun tipo, why? Because a position of leadership is your way already of showing who you are. Showing your potential. Anong kaya mo, dito mo na ilabas. Yung ganun tipo. So, when you are in that position of leadership, go beyond what is expected. Prove that this is something that you can do. And do not let, the assumptions na, ay, hindi kayahan ba yan man yan? Walang hindi uubra yan, etc. Don't let that pull you down. And this is also the time to shine. And then after that, help people. What is important is that it's not just you, but you are now involving everyone into a particular project, into a particular activity. Because basically, a project is always to help people. You will never go wrong with it. Do you follow? And use your gifts to be able to help other people. Don't pull down anyone. You always have to raise each one. Diba?
Nakaka-encourage. Parang,
woman empowerment.
Yun,
Let's
that's
help
what we will
Matt
have to
continue.
learn from, yung ganon. Kasi we grew up in competition. We grew up with yung leadership is centered on one person. No, leadership is a work of everyone, di ba?
Yes.
I
Mhm.
think mas napapakita din yun ngayon na parang, with the elections,
Yes.
na yung power of volunteering.
Yes.
Ang dami.
Oo. The individual
Nalalabas na.
efforts.
Yes, miss.
Individual
Kahit walang
effort.
linalabas na pera po,
Oo.
may willingness pa rin yung mga tao, may initiative. So parang yun,
Di ba ang ganda? But you see the effort because of that need to change the leadership that is so abusive now. Yung ganon tipo.
Ayun po. So since there are many jobs that are male-dominated, such as being soldiers, policemen, even the business industry, also there are so many women who are always rejected because people think that they are not fit for the job. Syempre po, may mga stereotypes. They say women are too soft, we're too fragile, we will not be able to handle a man's job. I think we should change that mindset because it still happens until this day. So, how can a woman be given equal opportunities in every field regardless of gender?
Well, there are a lot of arenas that should allow that. Well, like now we have the yung medium development goals that has been set by the UN. We were part of this agreement, and these goals include increasing the number of women in all fields, from police to military people, etc., etc. And that is something that should be the target of the government. But at the same time, we fell short on women in government. We're not even 10% in the Senate. We're not even 30% in the House of Representatives. We're only 19% women mayors, etc. So, ang kaunti. But we have laws now. We have more laws on women, catering to women. But this has to be checked because implementation, yes, you have the laws, but implementation is another issue. At the same time, we have more women now doing their own businesses, more women CEOs, really, in terms of a role of women in business, kasi ang dami na dumadami na compared to before. And I think this kind of talks really should empower women or enlighten women on the opportunities that come their way. In the tertiary education, more women graduate from the tertiary education. So that's already good. But again, what kind of jobs do they end up with is something that we will have to take a look at. But, slowly the awareness on women's capacity and women's capabilities are now being shown because women are also pushing for their own positions in society.
Parang sad reality lang po, miss, no, na 10% lang po pala ng women yung mga nasa
sa leadership.
Government.
Well, if you will look at other countries did not even have a woman president, yung ganon tipo. So it's a big task. But we should not, hindi tayo aatras simply because it's a big task. I think the challenge is there.
So,
Ano pa?
miss, next question. So I think
Yes.
people should know this, especially mga men. So women can do a lot of things and women can also do the same. Many people are threatened when a woman is in power or in a high ranking position. So what are the benefits or the positive impacts of having women in leadership?
Let's not alienate the men. Let's work with the men because we're all part of this whole world. So it's more of asking the men, hey, let's all work together. Let's all give each other a chance. And magtulong-tulungan tayo because again, working together will always benefit each one. Yung ganon tipo. And again, we were saying that in feminist leadership, no one is in command, but everyone will have to share responsibilities, will have to share tasks, will have to share power. Yung ganon tipo. Because then things will be run better because each one is helping out by sharing responsibilities.
Nakatuwa. Parang lahat ng masashare.
Parang ang daling sabihin People will always say, parang ka nagre-irritate. Sabi ko, no, we have to have that mindset.
Ito po, Miss, lastly, in one sentence, What advice,
Mahirap
or
yun.
kahit short lang po, what advice would you give to the next generation of female leaders?
Well, do what you can and do your best in whatever you do. You will never go wrong if you put your best in whatever you do. Ako yun lang yun. No regrets yun. Once you do your best, you will get to where you will get to where you want to go if you always put your best in everything that you do. Diba?
Very empowering.
There we have it. We discussed women leadership, and I am sure every woman can benefit from this podcast. On behalf of JAM, we would like to thank you, Miss Becky, for saying yes to our invitation and for giving us this opportunity to learn and voice out that women can do more, and we should always show our capabilities to the world, and that we are also limitless po. And there is a purpose for everything that is going to happen for us. So don't be afraid to show it po.
Aray, ang ganda. Thank you po, Miss.
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
Actually, na-enjoy ko po tong episode na to. Ang dami ko natutunan. And parang na-empower talaga ako as a woman.
Mhm.
So, ayan, we finally know the importance of women leadership. And to my fellow women, just do you. Hayaan mo sila. Just, if they feel threatened because you are powerful, confident, independent woman, hayaan mo sila. Just do what you want. Ayan.
So naman, ang dami ko ding na last for today's podcast. Like for example, every effort counts, and dapat as women, we should not underestimate ourselves kasi we can do more, and we should like believe then in our capabilities. And important yung feedback. Learn how to appreciate, recognize, because every effort counts. So, ayan. Unfortunately, this is the end of our podcast. Let's say goodbye to Miss Becky, and we hope you all learned something. Everything that Miss Becky said is important, and we must keep in mind that women can do it too.
Yes, laban lang. By the way, don't forget to comment down below what you learned to get a chance to win 50 pesos, and we'll handpick the best comment. So there we have it. Don't forget to show love and respect to one another. Again, I am Catrice Sachanova.
And I am Vivian Lope.
And I am Rose Lope. See you soon in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone, and let's stay
Jamming!
Bye!
Bye!
If you guys have any suggestions on who we should guest next, or if you have a particular topic for our next podcast, please leave comments on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or directly send us a message. Thank you!